I'm Alyssa, and today I have both my August and September book of the month boxes because, again, I was traveling, life, yada yada yada, all the excuses. But let me get into my spiel about book of the month if you're new here, or you just like to hear me talk about book of the month. Book of the month is a really cool subscription service for readers. Every month they have 5 brand new books, some that aren't even on bookshelves yet. And they're always $14.99 a month, so you get them for at least half off the asking price. And you can add up to 2 additional books to your box for $9.99 a piece. And the cool thing is, if you don't like any of the selections on offer, which they usually have all different genres picked by different judges, you can roll your subscription over to the next month and they won't charge you for the month you skipped, which is excelente. And I have never skipped a box. I've always loved my selections from Book of the Month. If you'd like to join, use my link down below so you, yes you, can get a free book, free, if you couldn't understand that. And I get a free book, which is really cool. I have to admit, shameless self-promotion there. And Book of the Month gets a new member, so it's all good. It's all wonderful and handy dandy, pandy, bajandy. I don't know what that was, but let's get cracking into this, and don't wave a box cutter around because this is stupid. I can't sing today, guys. I already did a video. My voice feels shot, so no singing with this unboxing. Or will there be? Who knows? Also, never cut towards yourself with a box cutter like I'm doing because you don't want to get stabbed. I've been stabbed before by these, and I still freaking do it. I'm dumb. Don't be like me. Cue The Legend of Zelda sound music for opening a treasure box. I hope you played that in your head or out loud because I can't put that in the video, I don't believe. Give me my books! I forgot what I ordered, it's been so long. I'm excited to see what I have. I always become really weird during these videos for some reason. My other ones I'm pretty subdued and calm. These, I'm just like, oh my gosh, books, books, let me get my books, books, ah! So, I don't know what happens, guys. I have no idea. As always, there's a bookmark, and this one says, pick up where you left off, which is just handy dandy. I always love getting bookmarks in my boxes because I use bookmarks like crazy. So the first book I chose was If Only I Could Tell You by Hannah Beckerman, and this cover is just lovely. Let me read you the synopsis. Audrey's dream as a mother had been for her daughters, Jess and Lily, to be as close as only sisters can be. But now, as adults, they no longer speak to each other, and Audrey's 2 teenage granddaughters have never met. Audrey just can't help feeling like she's been dealt more than her fair share as she's watched her family come undone over the years, and she has no idea how to fix her family as she wonders if they will ever be whole again. If only Audrey had known 3 decades ago that a secret could have the power to split her family in 2 and yet also keep them linked, that yet was very southern. And when hostilities threaten to spiral out of control, a devastating choice that was made so many years ago is about to be revealed, testing this family once and for all. Once the truth is revealed, will it be enough to put her family back together again? Or will it break them apart forever? I love a good family drama, and this sounds like the perfect choice for that. The next book up is The Chestnut Man by... I am going to butcher this name, and I am sorry. Søren Svestrup? And I've heard this is a very gory book and that you're not supposed to read this if you're squeamish, which excites me so much because I love my gore and scary stuff. I sound creepy now. If you find one, he's already found you. A psychopath is terrorizing Copenhagen. His calling card is a chestnut man, a handmade doll made of matchsticks and 2 chestnuts, which he leaves at each bloody crime scene. Examining the dolls, forensics makes a shocking discovery. A fingerprint belonging to a young girl, a government minister's daughter who had been kidnapped and murdered a year ago. A tragic coincidence? Or something more twisted? To save innocent lives, a pair of detectives must put aside their differences to piece together the Chestnut Man's gruesome clues. Because it's clear that the madman is on a mission that is far from over, and no one is safe. I love that that synopsis doesn't give too much away. I'm just really excited to dig into this, especially with the trigger warnings that this had on the website. So I'm really excited. And lastly, for August is Well Met by Jen DeLuca, which that cover is so freaking cute, and I feel like this is a romance book just from the cover. I love me a good romance sometimes, okay? Emily knew there would be strings attached when she relocated to the small town of Willow Creek, Maryland to help her sister, but who could have anticipated getting roped into volunteering for the local Renaissance fair? Or that the irritating and inscrutable schoolteacher in charge of the volunteers would be so annoying that she finds it impossible to stop thinking about him. The fair is Simon's family legacy, and he makes it clear he doesn't have time for Emily's lighthearted approach to life, her oddball Shakespeare conspiracy theories, or her endless suggestions for new acts to shake things up. Yet on the fairgrounds, he becomes a different person, flirting freely with Emily when she's in her revealing wench's costume. But is this attraction real or just part of the characters they're portraying? This summer was only supposed to be a pit stop for Emily, but now she can't shake the fantasy of calling Willow Creek and Simon home. It just sounds like your typical meet cute, don't know if they like each other romance, which I love me, like I said, a good cutesy tropey romance sometimes, and this sounds like it, so I will definitely enjoy reading this. Boom! Now on to the September box. I'm getting into the box! Into the box! Woo-hoo! I don't know about me sometimes, guys. I don't know. Boom! Oh, come on. We're gonna get a paper cup, I'm not careful. Just get too dang excited. This bookmark reads, Where Were We? So super freaking cute! The first book I chose was Nothing to See Here by Kevin Wilson. I adored his previous novel before this, Perfect Little World, I believe it was called. It was so good. This one reads, Lillian and Madison were unlikely roommates and yet inseparable friends at their boarding school. But then Lillian had to leave the school unexpectedly in the wake of a scandal, and they've barely spoken since. Until now, more than 10 years later, when Lillian gets a letter from Madison pleading for her help. Madison's twin stepkids are moving in with her family, and she wants Lillian to be their caretaker. However, there's a catch. The twins spontaneously combust when they get agitated, flames igniting from their skin in a startling but beautiful way. Lillian is convinced Madison is pulling her leg, but it's the truth. Thinking of her dead-end life at home, the life that has consistently disappointed her, Lillian figures she has nothing to lose. Over the course of one humid, demanding summer, Lillian and the twins learn to trust one another and stay cool, while also staying out of the way of Madison's buttoned-up politician husband. Surprised by her own ingenuity, yet unused to the intense feelings of protectiveness she feels for them, Lillian ultimately begins to accept that she needs these strange children as much as they need her, urgently and fiercely. Couldn't this be the start of the amazing life she'd always hoped for? Sounds incredible. Like, kids that spontaneously combust, oh my gosh. Like, I'm excited to delve into this and to re-experience Kevin Wilson's unique sense of writing. The next one I chose was Things You Save in a Fire by Catherine Center, which this cover, OMG. I've heard great things about this book, and I'm just really excited to read it. Cassie Hanwell was born to handle emergencies. As one of the only female firefighters in her Texas firehouse, she's seen her fair share of them, and she's a total pro at managing other people's tragedies. But when her estranged and ailing mother asks her to give up her whole life and move to Boston, Cassie suddenly has an emergency of her own. The tough, old-school Boston firehouse is as different from Cassie's old job as it could possibly be. Hazing, a lack of funding, and poor facilities mean that the firemen aren't exactly thrilled to have a lady on the crew, even one as competent and smart as Cassie. Except for the infatuation-inspiring rookie who doesn't seem to mind having Cassie around. But she can't think about that, because love is girly and it's not her thing. And don't forget the advice her old captain gave her, never date firefighters. Cassie can feel her resolve slipping, and it means risking it all, the only job she's ever loved, and the hero she's worked like hell to become. I'm all about female empowerment, and this just sounds like a really good romance, and again, this cover! So pretty! The final book is The Whisper Man by Alex North. I've heard this is freaking terrifying, so I'm excited! I'm gonna try to fit this in before Halloween. We'll see if that happens. If you leave a door half open, soon you'll hear the whisper spoken. After the sudden death of his wife, Tom Kennedy believes a fresh start will help him and his young son Jake heal. A new beginning, a new house, a new town, Featherbank. But the town has a dark past. 20 years ago, a serial killer abducted and murdered 5 residents. Until Frank Carter was caught, he was nicknamed the Whisper Man, for he would lure his victims out by whispering at their windows at night. Just as Tom and Jake settle into their new home, a young boy vanishes. His disappearance bears an unnerving resemblance to Frank Carter's crimes, reigniting old rumors that he preyed with an accomplice. Now, detectives Amanda Beck and Pete Willis must find the boy before it is too late, even if that means Pete has to revisit his great foe in prison, the Whisper Man. And then Jake begins acting strangely. He hears a whispering at his window. If you're lonely, sad, and blue, the Whisper Man will come for you. Okay, that sounds so freaking creepy and intriguing, and yeah, from what I've heard, it is. Again, if you'd like to join Book of the Month, use my link down below. It helps me out tremendously and helps you out. If you like what you've seen and heard, hit the like button, leave a comment down below, and let me know if you've read any of these books, or just let me know what you've read in general. If you have liked what you've seen and heard, my craziness, hit the subscribe button, and make sure to tap the notification bell as well, because you'll be alerted every time I upload a new video. If you'd like to follow me on social media, all those links are in the description box down below the video. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!